I've got a fresh thought for you from my little meditation spot this morning. There's an old saying, we're not human doings, we're human beings. You've probably heard that. It's kind of a cliche. I think it's missing something. We don't need to stop doing. We can't actually stop doing, or we'll starve to death for one thing, right? What we need to do is to stop knowing what we are. Or to be more accurate and truthful, stop thinking we know what we are. Because we don't. We don't know what we are. We think we know what we are. If we stop thinking we know what we are, then what's left? Being what we are. We're just being what we are. Not trying to be what we are, because that's thinking we know what we are. Did that make sense? When we try to be what we are, we're trying to be an image in our mind of what we are. That's us thinking we know what we are. So it's not about not doing. It's about not knowing with the mind, not thinking we know. What happens when we do that? What happens when we let go of what we think we know about ourselves? What remains? What remains is what we really are. I'm really not trying to be dramatic or mystical here. Honestly, I'm looking at myself in my phone and I think I look kind of ridiculous sitting in this sea of yellow blanket. But this is what has emerged from the silence this morning. How to do that? How to stop thinking we know what we are? We just have to notice that it's happening. If we turn our attention inside and see what's going on, we will see that we are thinking ourselves. We are thinking an identity, and then we call it me. And just noticing that brings it to a halt for a microsecond. And then there might be this little moment of grace where we just kind of go, and that me that we're thinking, that thinking we know what we are, that we're identifying with, it just relaxes. And that's why I say, when that happens, what's left but just being? Just this openness or this emptiness. It's not really empty. It's like light streaming in a window. Except the window is inside of us and it streams into our body. Our body is the room and the window is like at the back, somewhere behind our mind. When we just drop the me that we're thinking we are, by noticing it and sort of taking a breath and letting go, then we are being then we're allowing ourselves to just be. The reason why this is kind of useful to share, I think, is because it's so easy in meditation to try to do something. And it can get really subtle. The doing can get really subtle. It can get so subtle that it becomes a trying not to do something. But trying not to do something is still doing something. So then you get caught in this little subtle loop of effort. And that subtle loop of effort is always based on an identity that we're thinking we are. We're not only thinking we are the identity, we're thinking the identity. We're creating the identity. We're dreaming it even while awake. We're dreaming of a person even while awake. And then we identify with that person. If we try to get rid of that or stop that, the effort to get rid of it or stop it is always based on the identity that we're trying to get rid of. And so in trying to get rid of the identity, we strengthen it. And it can, like I said, get very subtle. So it's really not about trying to get rid of anything. I think the cleanest way, to slip into the bathtub of being is to stop thinking we know what we are. It sounds scary, right? Well, if I don't think I know what I am, I might go crazy. I won't know how to do anything. I won't get up on time to go to work and take care of my kids and brush my teeth if I don't know what I am. Test that, is what I would say. See if that's really true. Because what I find is when I don't know what I am, holy shit. Wow. When I don't know what I am, wow. Okay, that's my little thought from the meditation couch. I hope you find it useful.